Hi, Capricorn. This is your tarot reading for August the 8th through the 17th. Now, I have 7 separate decks of cards that I've already pulled for you and meditated on the cards. And I understand very clearly that this message, every single way you cut it, is about a relationship. It's a story of a relationship that was not taken seriously by one or the other, whether that's you or them. It's really unclear because I feel like for about half of you, it's you, and the other half of you, it's them. But I don't focus on other people when I do my tarot because I don't like to get energy confused. So I'm going to speak to you about this reading for next week as if this is you that needs to see this. Okay? And you can flip it if you need to. I feel like you've been acting like a single person, doing things on your own, hanging out with your friends, maybe, whatever, living a single life and keeping your energy separated from someone significant, very significant, because this is a karmic relationship where you're supposed to be learning from each other and learning how to love yourself through them and heal things that have happened in your pasts and complement each other, end karmic debts together. This was supposed to be the love of all lifetimes for you and them. And I think it happened in lightning speed. It went really fast right away, which was a surprise to you. It was a sudden change. Maybe it was hard for you to adjust to. Maybe you just weren't ready to adjust yet. The Spirit's saying that it's time for you to have a more positive mindset toward this relationship. And that when you change to positivity and bliss and gratitude, you can manifest exactly what you want from this and feel very abundant because of it. But what's being called on you this week is for you to allow yourself to be vulnerable and to really focus on what your heart desires. It's time for you to be in your completion of reckoning with your shadow self or your inner demons and your insecurities and your lack of self-love or whatever that looks like for you, and for you to emerge as the dragonfly. This is the energy that Spirit is beckoning you to be in for this week. And again, you're being asked to be vulnerable and pure with yourself, to really go deep, really look within. Make that connection with self. Make that connection with God again. Make that connection with your karmic partner because they are your biosphere. And gain the clarity that you need to move the mountains and obstacles that are in your way in this relationship. You're being asked this week to learn acceptance, or you're being acknowledged for learning acceptance of yourself and others. and no longer playing the blame game, putting it to bed, putting an end to it, leaving the adversity behind to move forward with your lover, your karmic partner, holding this relationship and them, or they for you, if you need to flip it, in high honor and high regard. Number one priority. Your number one priority should be each other. It's time for a change. And this week, if that change doesn't happen, whether it's you or them, you can expect some type of despair or separation that will be permanent. Because either you or them have grown tired of waiting. Again, we have the soulmate card in yet another deck. This is someone that you've known through many lifetimes. And you were lucky enough to find each other again in this lifetime. And either you or them are pissing on that and not honoring it. But yet there is true love there for each other. It's just not being shown. It's being kept inside. And it's time for you to be the magician of your own life. And whether this is you or them, manifest the life that you truly desire, that brings you happiness. And if being with them is what brings you happiness, then you need to pursue that with 100% of your effort. This is the knight, or excuse me, the King of Swords. And he's the king that is very aloof. He's prestigious, he's stoic, but he doesn't put a lot of effort into things. Sorry. Allergies are getting me bad. You're being asked to remain objective and fair-minded and to communicate clearly with your relationships rather than remaining unemotional. It's time for you to really contemplate and meditate and look within and gain your inner insights to what your heart is truly telling you to do and allowing those decisions to be made this week. You've had much mental exhaustion over this relationship. And again, either that's because you refused to treat it with the respect that it deserved, or they did. So it's time to end these challenging times and move forward to calmer waters and greener pastures with the Six of Swords. Who puts an end to it one way or another? So something's coming to an end. And it could be their perspective and mentality on it that could be, ended, moving forward in a more positive direction together. Or it could also mean physically moving away from someone to just end the madness and the pain. So it's time to take a serious look at this relationship and really ask your heart, what do you want? What is your priorities? What are your priorities? and either you or them speaking from the heart and being vulnerable in showing your emotions to one another so that you can either mend this or end this. This is the blue star Kachina that says for you to follow the light of your inner compass. It will lead you to the truth that resides within your soul. Intuition. Trust your intuition. It has been guiding you to the answers you seek all along. And meditation again. Take a moment to connect to source through quiet, reflective meditation. It's time for you to do some true soul searching this week, Capricorn, and I guess either you or someone needs to shit or get off the pot this week, is kind of what I'm getting from it. That this is going to be a determining week for you, one way or another. If it's you that hasn't been giving the respect to the relationship that it deserves and the attention, then it is you that will be reflecting on that and deciding to change it before it's too late. Um, hopefully, if it's meant to be, right? And if it's them, then this is that straw that broke the camel's back week for you. And if they haven't come to that revelation on their own, you're ready to move on. Either way, I see you moving ahead with lessons learned and further understanding of karma and relationships. And I think you're going to do just fine. That's what I have for you for this coming week. Until next week's tarot, be well and be blessed in love and light.